If you watch this channel regularly, you'll know I'm a big believer in the formation of men. A healthy civilization, a healthy society spends a lot of time moulding its men into strong, decent figures who can lead from the front and create social harmony across the society. If you don't do this, however, men either become sheltered and frightened on the one side, or on the other side become excessively aggressive with no one to rein in their behaviour. However, the present liberal agenda that rules over us doesn't think this way. It thinks men aren't even needed in the home, which is why men face absolute hell in family courts these days. And here on the radio we have a man calling in and making an impassioned case to the worst person you could probably make it to. She's the very worst of liberalism and feminism. It's Carol Vorderman.
I think that the family court system is actually anti-men. The whole problem is that there's a contempt of men in society. And we keep hearing, like at government level, that
I would strongly disagree with you on that, Neil. As a woman,
now, firstly, I don't know about you, but I'm sick of this in modern society. As a woman is not a defence. You have to make an objective argument. But what she does next is even more bizarre.
Well, if we come back to like women's aggressions in society, so Dr. Jordan Peterson, there's a YouTube video about women's aggressions.
No. You cannot quote Jordan Peterson.
And why would that be? Jordan Peterson is pretty bog standard centre-right politics. If he's such an idiot, why can't you just disprove it?
On my show, I'm sorry. I mean, it's just that they're on... Flipping heck. No, I'm not having that, Neil.
Okay, Carol, we've gathered you're a woman and you're not having it for some reason.
You sounded quite reasonable, but to quote somebody like him, who I find a total misogynist, and it's just ridiculous because women are very frightened at the moment.
This is why the mainstream media is just increasingly unwatchable. Her argument is she's a woman, she doesn't like Jordan Peterson, she's frightened at the moment. You might note here there's just nothing logical in anything she's saying. It's all victim politics and painting her opponents as evil and bad so she doesn't even have to engage with them. I mean, if this is the level of the debate, the man could just reply, I'm a man, I don't like you, and I'm scared of losing my children. I mean, where does that get anybody? My real concern is, what does this refusal to engage in objective conversation led to? It's led to a politics of complaining and victimhood, and that means we have men like this. This is a Louis Chilton writing in The Independent about the end of Jeremy Clarkson's The Grand Tour, saying he's left behind bigotry and quote-unquote stunted masculinity. But how have we got to a situation where this guy is giving lectures in the national media about masculinity? I'm sure this guy's a nice enough fella, but the reason we're in this mess is because of the Vordermans and the Guardianistas of the world have demonised masculinity to such an extent this is what we're left with, the sort of men they'd reject if they went on a date with. Now, I know it's not easy to grow into a healthy man. You have to fall down a lot, dust yourself down, go through many lessons. But to me, the solution isn't to complain about Jeremy Clarkson's toxic masculinity, but to go and face the difficulties of life and do your best. You'll learn that way. But instead, we're in the era of the feminist and the feminized liberal man. Neither of those will be able to do absolutely anything when the coming chaos dawns on us all. That's why I believe we need to help men, especially young men, adopt those traditional virtues such as toughness, resilience, and a refusal to play the victim. Anyway, these are just some of my views. Do let me know what you think down below, and do consider subscribing to the channel.